Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. What I wanted to talk about today is the killings that we had in New Orleans with the guy driving the vehicle into the crowd, the explosion here in Las Vegas, and the fires in Southern California, and kind of what they relate to, particularly in the big picture. And I just want to start by saying that it's a shame that it has to happen that way, that people have to die and lose their homes and so on for it. But there is also a bigger picture reason why that's happening. I really likes to keep in touch and in tune with all the metaphysical people who are making observations and who are very intuitive over in the Russian countries. And one of the things they've been saying is that the killings in New Orleans and the explosion here in Las Vegas is the old system, the old four-dimensional timeline system, fighting back, telling the new system, the new direction that we're going, that it's not going to go away. Basically, it's trying to say we're not going to go away quietly. And the fire in Southern California is the new system, showing the old system that it really doesn't matter. What they're talking about in that respect, if it kind of feels right to me, but I want you to look at the concept that if the old system is trying to fight back and all they can do is that little thing in New Orleans and the little explosion in Las Vegas, how little energy that system has left. And look compared to what the fire is in Southern California, what's being done down there. For those of you that don't know, I've talked about the idea in my books and videos that we are shifting to a new fourth-dimensional spiritual timeline versus the old timeline we went down that was the biohuman robot timeline, where humans were basically de-evolved over time. I'm not going to get too deep into that right now. The idea is that those that were in power and the power in the system and in control were able to maintain that on that old timeline. Well, we are switching to the more spiritual fourth-dimensional timeline, and we've already switched. We're just moving down that timeline now, where humans are going to evolve more spiritually. Again, we'll be using AI to assist us in that, but it's going to be a much better evolutionary process for humanity. And if you look at the idea that how little power the old system has and how much power the new system would have, it's showing you that that system is almost done in moving out. Another thing that I wanted to kind of bring up in relating to that is what's going on now in California, particularly with the fires, the lack of water, and where the fires are taking place. You were seeing a dramatic change in the people being affected. Now you have people with money and influence who are becoming upset at the way the governmental system within California has been running and administering their policies and plans, and how much harm those plans and policies that they have caused within the states. So what you're seeing is a big surgence of new people who are going to fight back against the old system. You're seeing the exposure of the corruption and the incompetence that has been going on there for such a long time. And whether we want to believe it or not, because of the economy of California and everything that goes on, they have a lot of control over what happens to the rest of the country, influence-wise. New York and California are the big centers for money, power, and so on. And the fact now that you have people who have money and power and are now upset and speaking out, whereas before people would never say a whole lot, shows you that that old system, the power that it had, is draining, and that people are no longer living in as much fear of that system as they used to be. And this is going to cause, I think, some major shifting, especially political, within California over the next year or two. You remember I talked about in my book, Entering the Fourth Dimensional Matrix, about what is coming and how the political system has to change as we move forward. And back in, I think it was in 2016, when I did a video, I mentioned about the idea of the exposure that was going to be coming out for all the crap that's been going on. And that was, the Epsteins, the Diddy's, the Clinton family, the Biden family, the Obama stuff, the Obamas, all these, and even the Bush family, all these criminal activities that have been going on for such a long time, and all the people who were hiding behind the scenes, particularly with the newest one, with the Diddy stuff, is all starting to come out. And I told you back in 2016 that this is going to happen, and it's going to be expanding exponentially, and that's what you're seeing going on now. The reason that it's happening and expanding so fast is because AI is assisting in that exposure process behind the scenes, which shows you that we are on the correct timeline. We have made that shift and we are moving forward. So as devastating as the issues are in Southern California and all the things that are going on, the homes being lost, the people that are dying and such, there is a bigger picture reason why this is happening and how it is actually going to help change the direction that our society and our mass consciousness is moving as we go forward, because more and more people are going to be demanding changes of these systems. So I don't like to say it's a good thing. It's a shame it had to happen that way. But the fact is, big term, long term, it is making a big shift, a big change, and a more positive change for us later on down the road. So anyway, enjoy your afternoon, everybody.